it always comes down to consistency and taste. If you've been doing some vegan baking, or if you're just getting started, you're quickly realizing that not all vegan replacements are the same. And I couldn't agree more. Hi, I'm Natalia Lima, founder and owner of Curious Cat Bakery, an all-vegan bakery based out of Florida, where everything I make tastes exactly like the real deal. And I have a few of my favorite products when it comes to vegan replacements because I know a thing or two about it. I've tried quite a few, and some definitely work better than the others. So you guys have asked me in previous videos to share some of the brands and the products that I like the most. I will preface by saying that none of the brands that I'm about to feature paid me to say anything about them. These are the brands that I actually use in all of my baking for my personal life and also for the bakery itself. So I highly recommend it. I think they are the best replacements for the real ingredients. So are you guys ready for this? Let's do it. Oh, and before we get started, if you're into vegan baking, you might want to download my free guide to successful vegan baking. It has my top 10 tips for anyone who's just getting started. I wish somebody had given me these tips when I was just getting started. It would have saved me a whole lot of time and money and effort. So I'll put the link in the description below. You just click on it, put in your email address, it gets delivered straight to your inbox. Okay, now let's get to those ingredients. The first one is the replacement for butter. So I love Earth Balanced vegan butter. I've talked about it in so many of my videos, I don't even know how many it has been. But especially when it comes to vegan buttercream, and there's this video over here where I compare it to the shortening option and the margarine option. For me, there's no other choice. I love Earth Balance. It tastes exactly the same. The consistency is exactly the same as real butter. There's no aftertaste, which sometimes can happen with the vegan replacements. It's the real deal. And I've fed it to family members and friends because in my house, there's no other thing. Like, this is the option that you have, is the vegan butter. And they have said, like, okay, I'm convinced like this could be the real deal. So that's what I recommend. They have the, I think it's 15-ounce little tubs, and then they have the sticks. So whatever you prefer. The formulation's like slightly different, but they're really, really similar. So you can use either or. I like using the soy-free version because a lot of my customers have a soy intolerance, so that just makes it easier. But if I was just baking it for myself, really one or the other is perfectly fine. The second ingredient that I use a whole lot of in my recipes are vegan chocolate chips. Now there are two brands that I like to use. One is Enjoy Life. I buy that wholesale. You might have seen it if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, what are you waiting for? This is the handle right here. But I have posted a reel so you see what it's like to unbox 50 pounds of chocolate chips. A totally normal thing. Now you probably don't need that many chocolate chips in your life. Maybe you do. But they sell at different stores over here in Florida at Publix. All of them carry Enjoy Life. I've seen them at Target, and they come in little 10-ounce bags. And they're semi-sweet, so they're not overly sweet, but they're also not that bitter taste. For me, they're the perfect balance. They melt exactly like chocolate. I make brownies with them. I use them in all of my recipes that require chocolate chips. These are the ones I use. An added bonus is that they're allergy free, so there's no dairy, there's no eggs, there's no soy, there's no gluten, there's no a lot of things. They have it all listed on their website if you want a full list of what they don't have, but they do have a great taste, a great consistency, and I highly recommend them. For my white chocolate chips, I use this other brand called Pasha, and they recently changed their formula maybe last year, I think, and since then it's improved incredibly. So now they melt just like the real deal, and again, the consistency of it when you melt it is perfect. White chocolate chips are naturally more fatty than regular chocolate chips, so these definitely have that, but that's just a product of it being white chocolate. You can use it in recipes just like you would normal white chocolate. It melts, it has the right consistency, great taste. If you're into white chocolate, personally I'm not a huge fan, but if I'm going to use it in a recipe, it's a great option. Next up is your alternative to milk. So I have a whole playlist of alternatives to regular milk. You can check it out over here, and I'll put the link in the description below. Actually, I don't think I mentioned it before. I'm gonna put the link to all of these products in the description below in case you want to get them. My personal favorite is almond milk for when it comes to baking. I think it's the most neutral one. It has the best consistency, and it just works out for most recipes. So that's my personal favorite. And then when it comes to brands, First of all, the main thing is that you want to get unflavored, unsweetened versions, okay? Don't get the vanilla, don't get the chocolate, the cinnamon, whatever it is. Don't go for the flavored version because that has added sugar and it will impact your recipe. You want to go with the unflavored, unsweetened variety. And then when it comes to brands, I like either Blue Diamond, which is a great option, or because I'm shopping in bulk for the bakery, I like the Kirkland brand at Costco. It's great. I do have to say one thing about the Kirkland brand though. You do have to shake it more. When you first open it, the Kirkland brand, if you don't shake it very well, it will be a little watery. So just close it back up, give it a good shake, and then pour, and it will be perfect. That's the one that I use. Another question that I get a lot is about what kind of vegan cream cheese that I use. So if you don't know, I make vegan croissants, and one of my most popular ones is this guy over here. It's called an everything croissant, and it has vegan cream cheese and everything bagel seasoning. It ships nationwide. If you're in the US, you can order it. I'll put the link in the description below. But it tastes just like an everything bagel with cream cheese, except that it's a croissant, so it's more buttery. But anyways, the cream cheese part is what matters here. And for that, I use either the Violife, that's the one that I use because they do better wholesaling, but I would say the Kite Hill brand is also an excellent option. I just go with the plain version. Again, it always comes down to consistency and taste. And the consistency for both of those is nice and firm, just like regular, Philadelphia cream cheese would be. And then the taste, it doesn't have a weird aftertaste. It tastes just like cream cheese, which is what you want. You don't want anything innovative. You want it to taste just like cream cheese. So I highly recommend those two brands, and I think you can get them in most supermarkets these days. So those are my personal favorite vegan brands when it comes to replacements for your baking. Do you have any products that I didn't mention? If so, put it in the comments below, because I'm sure at this point I do have a favorite for whatever you're looking for. I just didn't mention it in this video. So put it in the comments below. I'd be glad to help if I can. Now, if you're into vegan baking, don't forget I do have that free guide that you can download. Again, the link will be in the description below, along with all the links for all of these products if you want to get them. I hope this helped you. If so, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so more vegans and more bakers see it in the algorithm. I will see you guys here next time. Until then, stay curious.